voice in my mind. You'll never be satisfied. Blame the divine. Eventually they'll find the time. And what if I believe you? Or what if I believe you? What if I go Welcome to Whiskey Oval _TV as we get ready to rock and roll with the National Dirt Racing Association. Over 40 drivers have signed up for this afternoon dirt late model race at the famous world-renowned Eldora Dirt Track. Ryan Underwood top of the charts there in the number 46 machine. Best lap times up there on your screen. A 16.070 for Ryan Underwood. Brooks, a double deuce machine, ran a 16.1. Ethan, with that number 20 car, ran a 16.137. Just about 20 seconds left. We'll get underway with heat race number 1. Random heat draws here at Eldora tonight with 40 dirt late models. Over 40 dirt late models. As that checkered flag waves, and we're going to get down to business. $17 cars in heat race number 1, and top 7 is going to advance up to the or go straight to the Mac Daddy show. And this is going to be tough too. Random draws here, so it's kind of a little bit of a luck out there. As we get ready to rock and roll, here is the grid up there on your screen right now. Mike with Zach McSwain racing the number 92 machine. Is going to be starting on pole here. On the outside, Dylan Perry, the number 7 machine, driver out of Georgia. Bob Klein, the number 49 machine, will be starting there in the inside of the second row. Johnson, the 117, driver out of Carolina. He'll be starting there in 4th. Then you have Lane, driver out of the West, the 23 machine. He'll be starting there in that 5th spot with Brooks rounding out that 3rd row. Starting the 4th row is going to be Donnie, the double O machine. Then Alan Davis Jr., driver from Indiana, the double 7 car, will be starting there in the 8th spot. They're on your screen right now. Bobby Matling, the number 3 machine, will be starting in 9th, and Ryan Underwood with Team VLR. Big time dirt late model team, the number 46 machine. Starting there in the 10th spot. Dylan Stevens, 11th. Then you have Gabe back there in the 12th spot. And we're halfway through the grid here. Courtney Newby, the 118 car, will be starting at 13th. Nathan Reese, 14th. You have Ricky Springer back there in the 15th. And James Miller, then Jacob. Rounding out the race field here at Eldora. Let's get the music off. Let's get stuff situated here. My side, I think, is good. I got the all the information I possibly need. The stream looks good. Bit rate looks good. Lance up there in the Facebook chat. T Berry Motorsports. As we are side by side, top 7 does advance. Double check real quick. Top 7 does advance. And here we go. Bob Klein, Dylan Perry on the front row. They're going to lead this field down into turn 1. We're going to do a little bit of shimmy and shive in for 10 laps. Dirt late models, here we go. Green flags out. And we have one driver out there on his hood. That was Johnson back there, and the yellow flag is going to wave early on out there in the race field as they were trying to get off of turn 2. And the caution is out. Just as fast as it went green flag racing. Dylan Stevens just showing red up on the program. We'll click on his name. Let's see what happened. 31 machine watching right smack down there in the middle part of the race screen. He gets tagged there in the back bumper, just gets absolute clobbered. Bad part of him landed on that hook, did not get flipped back on his wheels. He'll be into the he'll have to grab a toe, and his night will be done for this heat race. Man, he has a long ways to make it all the way to the front. They did have a 30-minute practice session, or 30-minute practice session. And man, they really slicked this track up. They did not redo the track whatsoever. They're letting it carry on all the way throughout the race night. So we'll see how that affects everything. As the lights on the paint truck goes out, we'll be going green flag racing this time by. It looks like we'll be doing a single file restart here for heat race number 1. Caution laps will not count. We get ready, rock and roll, and here we go. Back under green flag racing, and we already have chaos out there. And the yellow flag should probably be coming out, and yes, it does. The guy that was in second place gets hooked right in the corner panel. He goes sideways down the front straightaway. And just as fast as a green flag came out, the yellow flag, it looked like it came out a little bit faster. So we jumped straight to the replay. We'll see. We'll try and figure out what happened. Quarter speed and launch the 22 machine clips that quarter panel of the 61 before they even come to the start finish line. He goes sideways down the front straightaway. Don't hit the wall lane. I don't think he did. I hit the wrong button. So back to live mode, back to race mode. Ryan Underwood's still going to be a race leader. Looks like he'll be dropping back to the back. He gets the EOL. As Evan Roy, just like the stream, much appreciated. Same thing as Lee about a minute ago. Hot Drago Ninja has subscribed to the YouTube channel. Much appreciated. That's a fun name. Man, all sorts of racing this weekend. Kings Royal. $175,000 to win it. They had back-to-back shows on Saturday. One in the afternoon for $175,000 that Tyler Courtney won. And then they had another $175K to win Saturday night. And Kyle Larson won that thing. So here we go. We'll try to get some green flag laps now. Green flag's going to wave. And the scoring tower is going to have to fix itself. Bob Klein, Dylan Perry, they're going to go after each other. The 2 7 machines out there on your race screen, but Dylan Perry's going to pull off down the backstretch, and he goes down into the corner, turns 3 and 4, and another spin in turns 3 and 4, and goodness gracious, that's going to cause another yellow flag, and heat race number 1 is not getting off to the best of starts as we're just shy of 5 minutes, and we haven't even completed 4 laps yet. Much appreciated, Troy Rise and Andy Piercefield. for the like on the stream. Has followed and a like there on Facebook. As we try to get some green flag laps in here. Not the best of heat races, number 1. So 2 number 7 cars out front. Dylan Perry was able to pull down the backstretch. He did start in second place on that last restart. Was able to get underneath the Bob Klein down into turn 3. Was able to clear him in the yellow flag wave just in time for Dylan Perry to hold that number 1 spot. That Bob Klein now falls back to second place. Bobby's going to be in 4th. Then you have Alan Davis Jr. back in 4th place. Bobby Matling 5th. And that's going to end it. Time expired for heat race number 1. 5 minutes is all they get for these heat races. I just noticed that. Once they hit that 5-minute mark, the checker flag waves. So here we go. We're going to go straight to heat race number 2 now. 16 cars in this one. Exact same thing. It's going to be 7 cars advancing straight to the A main show. Or whoever's in the top 7 after 5 minutes. Here we go with the great race grid here at Eldora. National Dirt Racing Association. Afternoon Dirt Late Model Racing. Hunter Conley. Number 99 machine will be starting on pole with Lee. Driver from Carolina, number 30 machine. Outside of the front row, you have Lance there and starting up the second row with Bryson. Number 8 machine. I haven't seen Bryson in a while. The 010 design driver. He'll be starting there in the 4th spot. You have Luke in 5th. Trevor Matling back in the 6th spot. You have Jared in 7th and Brandon DeBusk, the number 35 machine. Driver from the Mid-South. He'll be starting there in the 8th spot. You have Jonathan Byram, number 54. Another driver out of Carolina. A lot of Carolina drivers in this NDRA. And it looks like we're already about to go green. Richard, Colton, J.D. Witt. On down the list, you have Brock, Devin, Jace, and Bill Harton. Pace truck is in. They're going to just do 1 lap of warm-up, trying to get that 5-minute mark, and here we go. We're going to battle it out for 10 laps. Top 7, Hunter, last 1-2 right now. Bryson back there in 3rd place. They all slide to the outside wall, 3 wide. This ain't going to be good, kids. Some way, somehow, they're going to hold it 3 wide. Everybody keeping it straight as of right now. Track is completely slicked up and completely gone already in heat race number 2, and we are starting to bobble up now. Everybody hold it straight. That was Brandon DeBusk, and oh, yep, there we go. Now it's just a wreck fest. Caution going to wave. But Hunter Conley, a race leader with Lance back in 2nd, and Bryson still holding down that top 3 spots. Brock Mosky is showing red, and same thing with Richard Caro. Click on Brock's name. See what happened to Brock, the number 34 machine. Out there on the way, part of the outside, and that red car gets a little loose. A little contact possibly, but regardless, slid right up in front of the 3M machine. Parked it right on his front nose, and man, chaos from there. On his hood, and that's going to be it. I'm going to try to do another view. Check this view out. Goes right there in front of me. He gets off the gas. He was trying to stay off that back bumper and just couldn't. Everything's stacked up. So back to light mode, back to race mode we go. 5 minutes. They only got 3 more minutes left in this heat race. Before the checker flag waves, caution lights on the pace truck is off. We'll be doing a single file restart. Hunter Conley is going to be a race leader with Lance. They're on the back bumper. Waiting for the green flag. They're on roll out of turn 3. Diamond cut off at turn 4. Green flag is going to wave, and here we go. Bryson. He says, forget the bottom side. He's going to try to get a run on the outside. Gets a good run off of turn 2. Down the backstretch into turn 3. The top 2 drivers go to the bottom side. Bryson's going to hang that right rear tire next to that outside wall, and he gets some big-time runs and caution back out. Once again, right when we complete a 1 lap, and Bryson was trying to make that outside lane next to the outside boards work for him. Top 7 right now looks like Jonathan Byram. He's going to hold down that 7th and final transfer spot. Possibly. We'll have to wait till everyone comes across the line, and we'll have to re-update this. Cody Nevin there in the chat says, come on, Bryson. I say, come on, Bryson, too. Back to the world, real life auto racing. That was a King's Royal. Make sure we're not going green flag racing. Yeah, we are. We're going back to green flag racing. Back to iRacing now. Hunter Conley, Lansing, and Bryson. Trevor Malling's back and forth. Trevor's going to go to the bottom side. He's going to try to slide it up. Bryson's there. He's going to have to check out of it. Side by side, here comes Jonathan Byram now. Jonathan goes down to the bottom side. Part of the racetrack, and a little bit of a... has a night machine right there in front of him. Side by side, coming across the line. Top 7 advance. Back in 7th place is going to be this driver right here of Jared. And he has a little bit of a gap all the way back to Brandon DeBusk, a 35 machine. He's on the outside looking in here at Eldora, halfway home to Mama, and only 40 seconds left of racing and contact back here. We have cars flipping down the front straightaway. Barrel rolls down into turn number 1, hits the outside fence. Then the caution is going to wave once again. With only 12 seconds, 11, 10 seconds left in the heat race, I think that's going to do it in some way, somehow. Bryson was able to capture the race lead as we was kind of working our way back towards the field to see who was running in that 7th spot. Bryson was running there in the 3rd place spot, in the checkered flag waves, and the number 77 machine, or number 8 machine up there on the scoring pylon, is going to be a race winner somehow. Moving up 3 spots in the Mac Daddy show. Hunter's going to be 2nd, Lance 3rd, Trevor Manley's going to be 4th, Jonathan, Luke, and then the last driver making it straight into the Mac Daddy show is this driver right here, the 33 machine of Jared. So congratulations to him. Brandon DeBusk outside looking in, Bill Harden outside. You have Richard Colton and J.D. Witt. Here's the Heat Race 2 results up there on your screen. They only do one warm-up lap, so we'll go through the lineup real quick. Tyler Schaefer, he's going to be our race leader when we hit the green flag. Keaton Holder with Keaton Holder Racing, the number 76 machine is going to be on the outside of Mr. Schaefer. You have Donson, driver out of the Midwest, the double 4 machine. He'll be starting at 3rd. Then Stephen Bradley will be 4th. Nori, the number 10 machine, driver out of Illinois. He'll be starting in 5th place with Daniel Boyd, Vortex Sim Sports, rounding out that 3rd row. Starting up the 4th spot's going to be Ethan and then Cannon. 5th row is going to be Nick Baum, the Ace Motorsports driver, then Carden. Number 6 machine will be rounding out that 10th spot. Jason Satterfield, the 39 machine, driver out of the United States. We're starting 11th, and Austin Hines, driver out of the Mid-South. J. Tyler Cox, I think that's a set. I don't know. Tyler Cox, number 2 machine, will be starting 13th. Connor 14th as the field rolls off. Robert Tucker, then Trey Fortner with Mecca Motorsports rounding out the race field, and he raced number 3, the exact same thing. Top 7, 10 laps. We have yet to make 10 laps in 5 minutes. We'll see if this changes. So caution lights are out. We'll be going green flag racing this time by as they come out at turn 4, side by side, a door panel, a door panel. And we're not going racing this time by. Tyler Schaefer, I think, is about the only one that has the correct door. I mean, sorry, the correct number on the door that matches up with the iRacing scoring up there on the pylon. So Tyler Schaefer, thank you, man. Running the 56. iRacing showing 56. Outside of him was a 7. A 76 up there on the scoring pylon. Unless he has a 6, right? Nope, that's a K. Here we go. Regardless, green flag racing. And we have side by side, 3 wide, and man, another crash, another yellow. 21 seconds, that's all that took. Pace truck comes ripping right onto the racetrack. And we're under caution once again here at Eldora. Formula One, they got off to a hot start here there on lap number 1, or half of a lap. Max Verstappen leading the points in the Formula One series. Right in front of Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton and Max, they made a little bit of contact. Max hit the outside barrier, that tire barrier. They're in Britain. Extremely hard. He was able to walk away from it, but then later he went to the hospital. So I don't know, big time. A lot of people said that was all Lewis Hamilton's fault. I don't know. I think it was too. Regardless, we're single filed out here. Thanks, Bob Klein. He's liked the stream. Much appreciated. Lights on the pace truck is off. Hopefully we can get some green flag racing here. Penske Racing School there on the front. That front engine cover for Tyler Schaefer's machine. We'll stick with the spectator mode here. Green flag out. Down in turn 1 to go. Tyler Schaefer getting another big time start. We go down through the grid here. Make sure everyone's keeping their hands to themselves here. Single filed all the way down to turn 3. One thing that the race admins will be watching for is some wall riding action. It's back here in the back. We got beating and banging. Everyone's able to keep it straight though. So back up front, Taylor Schaefer is going to be leading it. Keaton Holder trying to get to his back bumper, and he is there. Keaton all over the back of the 56 machine as they click off another lap, and they barrel down into turn in number 1. Dawson trying to look to the outside of Keaton Holder, and he's going to do it. New second place. Inside the cockpit now with Cannon, the number 40 machine, as he tries to rip the lip. Has 2 cars right there in front of him. He's going to go dive straight to the bottom side. Slide job in front of him. He wasn't clear. He smashes that driver straight into the outside wall. Drag race down the backstretch. Dawson's still going to put a lot of pressure on Tyler Schaefer right now. Cannon's still going to have a little pressure from Keaton Holder. But back up front we go. Dawson is able to get around Tyler Schaefer. Schaefer falls back to P2 with 4 laps to go. And now Schaefer going to try to get it back. Slide job for the race lead. Not quite. He's going to have to check out. And Dawson is going to capture the lead once again, coming across the line. Dawson, he may set sail now. He may look like he may be pulling away from the race field. As a 56 of Cannon and Tyler Schaefer get into it as they barrel down into turn at number 3. Cannon all the way to the outside wall. Tyler Schaefer makes contact with him. He doors in 3 laps to go around Eldora. They settle it out right there, but they're not settling out for the 4th spot. Connor Norrie and then Austin Hines is all going to battle it out. Austin Hines is sitting back here in the 6th spot. Ethan right now, he's in that final transfer spot. Keaton Holder's fell all the way back to the 8th place. He's not done though. Keaton Holder goes back down to the bottom side. He's going to slide it up, and now Keaton Holder is inside the show as of right now with a lap and a half to go, trying to hold off everybody else in a big time crash, and everyone crashes in turns 3 and 4, and the yellow flag's going to wave. Get on your wheels, and Keaton Holder does. As a caution waves, I'm going to check a setting really quick. My apologies. And back to racing. So Keaton Holder, he goes into the pits, and that dirt late model is completely destroyed. Keaton Holder was battling out for that 7th spot. He was up there, up in the top 5 for quite a while. And they just started slipping on back. Check this out. Keaton Holder to the outside wall. He taps the outside wall. Quarter speed mode, not quite yet. And man, he comes straight down the track and... oh man, I have no idea. Regardless, a 5-minute mark is going to hit. And that's going to be it for heat race number 3. So we have yet to make 10 laps in 5 minutes in all 3 heat races. Checker flag waves. So we're going to get ready to rock and roll with the consolation race now. Consolation race is up. These drivers are already getting stacked up and packed up. James Miller and Brandon Abut's going to be on the front row. Robert Tucker and Jacob Tabor is going to round out the second row. Third row is going to be made up of Bill Harden and Trey Fortner. Fifth row, Lane and Richard, Steve and Ryan, Colton and Jason rounding out that top 12 spots on down the list. Gabe, JD, Cox, Dylan, Davin, Keaton, and everyone else. Sorry, couldn't make it down the list. Top 3 drivers, that's all they're going to take. There's only 3 drivers in this one. We'll see how this one all pans out. And here we go, the double deuce machine of James Miller. He's going to take off. Green flag racing for the consolation race. Top 3, and we're already 4 wide before we even get to turn 1. And chaos is ensued. 4 drivers have wrecked. 1 guy backs up into the outside wall. The green flag is still going to wave. So James Miller, Robert Tucker, Trey Fortner, top 3. You have Ryan Underwood. He's going to be in the 4th place. So Ryan Underwood outside looking in. They're in the number 46 machine. Driver for team VLR. Inside of Trey Fortner now as they try to go into turn 3. Trey's going to shut the door on Ryan Underwood. Ryan Underwood's going to have to go to the outside wall. May attack it just a slight bit, but this 46 machine has all sorts of speed. And in this dirt late model of his as they go down the backstretch side by side there in front of Underwood down into turn 3. Underwood going to try and get it right in front of Robert Tucker. Not quite. Robert Tucker's going to hang tight there to the outside wall, and he's going to hold on to that 3rd spot. Halfway hold them on this time by only 8 laps. Top 3 advance. We're only 1 minute and 5 seconds into this consolation race, and James Miller, the double deuce machine, has completely pulled away. Trey Fortner trying to work that bottom side of the racetrack. Don't know if there's much grip down there. He's going to try to power himself off. And now Trey Fortner outside looking in. He got passed by Robert Tucker and Ryan Underwood as both of those drivers go to the outside wall. Now, Underwood, he's going to try the bottom side of the racetrack. Didn't work out for the 29 machine of Trey Fortner, but he's going to try and make work down the 46 machine. As James Miller's completely pulling away from the race field right now. Last lap times up there on your screen, and Miller a 17.149 as it just upstates a 17.3. Robert Tucker trying to close the door with a 17.095. One thing I'm noticing about Tucker, though, he is hitting that outside wall quite a bit in turns 1 and 2. White flag's going to wave. Taps it right there, coming off a 2. Taps it again down the backstretch. Regardless, though, Ryan Underwood's inside that transfer spot. Trey Fortner battled quite hard for that 8 laps. Just Ultimate's going to fall 1 spot short. Stephen Brady, my apologies, going to be back in 5th place. Jacob Tabor is going to finish a 6th. J.D. Witt, 7th. Lane's going to finish there in that 8th spot. And that's going to do it for the Constellation. Constellation race up there on your screen. That's going to be the final results as warm-up is underway, and I don't think they'll be doing much warming up. Could be wrong, though. This track's pretty slicked. Best lap times will be up there on your screen. Same thing with the last lap times will be the far number there on your screen once they make some laps. NASCAR got off to a hot start too. Lap 6 or 7. Kyle Busch was a race leader with Ryan Truex there, I don't know, 4 car lengths off his back bumper. Everyone else still packed up. They go down into turn number 1 while it's raining. Kyle Busch slides it across the track, backs that thing up into the outside wall. Same thing with Martin Truex Jr., the driver that was running 2nd place. Denny Hamlin gets loose. The whole field was just trying to avoid everybody and trying to hold down some traction. So they threw the red flag after that. But Kyle Busch's day is going to be done after leading the race with only 6 laps in. Started raining and they were still racing. Usually not the best. Don't know how exactly tonight's going to play out for the National Dirt Racing Association here at Eldora, the greatest dirt track. Warm-up's going to be throwing the checker flag, so we're going straight to Mac Daddy Racing. Eldora, it's always a fun one. And for the A main, 50 lapper around Eldora Speedway. And some dirt late models afternoon, dirt late model racing here on iRacing.com, and let's get to the grid. The driver that's going to be starting on pole for the National Dirt Racing Association is going to be Dylan Perry, the number 7 machine, and Bryson Ramey, the number 8 machine, with 101 Designs is going to be starting on the outside of the front row. Dotson, the number 44 machine, driver out of the Midwest, will be starting in 3rd, with Bob starting there in 4th place. You have Hunter in 5th, and then Cannon back there in the 6th spot. Starting up the 4th row is going to be Donnie and Lance. Tyler Schaefer, Alan Davis Jr., the double 7 machine, will be starting there in the 10th spot. Trevor Manling, the 13 machine, will be starting 11th, and Connor, the 47 machine, will be rounding out that 12th spot. On and back halfway through, 24 drivers going to make the race start. You have Bobby in 13th and Jonathan starting up in that 14th row. You have Nori in 15th. Nathan is going to be starting the 16th as Bryson just shared the stream. Luke's going to be 17th and Austin Hines 18th. Ricky 19th place, and Jared is going to round out the 20th. Ethan 21st, and then drivers making it in from the Constellation race are these last 3 drivers of James Miller, Robert Tucker, and Ryan Underwood. And here's the outside shot. 24 drivers going to make the green flag start with a 50-lapper A main event here at Eldora. National Dirt Racing Association. You can find them on Facebook if you guys would like to join this action. And here we go. No more practice, no more heat racing, no more Constellation. Let's get down to business for all the marbles. Dirt late models, afternoon. 50 lappers, Eldora, green flag out. Here we go. 5 wide. Don't know what to say. Everybody trying to make it work down here. And there is a huge time pile up, and everybody hitting the outside wall, and the caution's going to wave, and these drivers are still wrecking as they just come across the line on lap number 3. Exactly where this all started, so we'll just start right here, and you see the guy on the very bottom, he gets tagged. Everybody else just kind of piling in from that point on, but regardless, yellow flag's going to wave on lap number 3. I think that was about 15th on back. That's where it all started, down on the bottom side. So back to live mode, back to race mode we go. Don't know if the race controller will do a single file restart or a double file restart as Preston Rigsby just like the stream. Much appreciated, Mr. Rigsby. Looks like we will be doing a single file restart. And green flag is out already as we work lap 4 of 50 now. Dylan Perry's going to be a race leader. Bryson still ripping the lip and rounds turns 1 and 2. And here we go down to turns 3 and 4. Dylan Perry entering in about 1 lane shy. Bryson, he ain't scared. Put that dirt late model next to the outside wall. Dawson is right there in the 3rd place. He's going to rip the lip as well. Nose to tail for the top 3. You can basically throw a blanket over as those 2 drivers smash the outside wall. And here comes Dawson. Dawson goes down to the bottom side. He's going to try and do a slide jump. He's going to blink a little bit, and he's going to have to check out of it. Bryson still holds down on P2. Cannon, he's sitting there in the 4th spot now as the yellow flag is going to wave after 2 laps of green flag racing. Bob Klein's going to be running in the 5th spot, and Bobby back there in the 6th. Trevor Matling in 7th place as a caution waves. So back-to-back cautions early on. 2 cautions in only 7 laps. 3 minutes and 3 seconds into this Mac Daddy Show, the A main feature event. It looks like Jonathan Byram is showing red. I think there was another one else that was in this. We'll see what happened to Mr. Byram here. The 54 car, the all orange, the 51 machine looks like he's all over that quarter panel. And there you go. That's what happened. And he goes flipping. If you're going to wreck, you might as well go out with the cool wreck. And that's what that driver did. So single file restart once again. Dylan Perry's going to be our race leader. Bryson's still 2nd, and Dawson look down to the bottom side right when that caution wave. We'll see what that 44 machine has. Or 27H there on his trading page. Green flag. Here we go. Dawson is blinking in and out just a little bit. He's sitting in 3rd place. That's going to be a very big distraction as everyone barrels down into turn 3. And look at this. 3 wide racing down into the apex of turns 3 and 4. Number 9 machine Lance. He's going to try to power himself all the way around Trevor Matling. Matling's a driver that's on the bottom side part of the racetrack there in that dirt late model. Trying to run a different type of groove than everyone else. They're in the top 5. And he is, looks like he's somewhat making it work. Definitely holding his ground down there. Track's going to start getting very slick if it hasn't been already. Look at this mess back here for the 12th spot. Nathan Reese, he's stuck right smack dab in the 3 middle, or in 3 wide right now. Still stuck 3 wide. Tyler Schaefer onto the outside with the 51 pushing him up to the outside wall. The 47 machine of Connor, he almost gets clipped. 40 laps to go around Eldora. And it is a mess back here. Everybody not giving an inch, beating and banging back here. Tyler Schaefer getting tagged once again. 3 wide, multiple rows deep. And finally someone spins, and the caution has yet to come out. They're going to keep the green flag rolling now. That was about 15th spot that they wrecked. So Tyler Schaefer, he was getting beat around like a ping pong ball. Right now he's kind of settled down. He's back to the 14th spot. So back up front we go. Dylan Perry, he's our race leader. Dawson got around Bryson. Dawson wall riding around turns 3 and 4. Could not get unglued. One and groove racetrack, it seems like, for the top 5. And that's next to the outside wall. And the caution is finally going to wave as someone is going down the backstretch crooked. So yellow flag waves. We'll try to figure out exactly what happened. There's all sorts of stuff happening back there on the back part of the racetrack. About 15th on back, then no one's giving an inch. Bobby Matling is showing red up on the program. We'll see what happened to Mr. Matling. Updating some training paints really quick. See some cars I don't think should have a different one. And man, that kind of looked a little bit intentional. Boys up in the chopper. Oh, man. I sure hope that was not intentional. The double deuce machine. James Miller. James Miller making a big-time hard ride, and that was James Miller's 022 machine. Looks like he purposely took that driver out. So here we go, back under green flag racing, lap 14 of 50. We're 7 minutes and 15 seconds into this thing. Top 4 drivers, there they are. Dylan Perry still leading this thing. Dawson still working that outside part of the racetrack. And Dawson looks like he is getting some very good runs coming off the corner. Down into turn and number 1 now. You can see Dylan Perry just not entering in next to that outside wall. He's kind of letting that thing float to the outside wall. Dawson is entering that corner with a right rear tire. Right smack dab on there. Ripping the cushion around turns 3 and 4. That's how they're all going to sit right now. Bryson still holding down 3rd spot. 4th place is going to be Cannon. 5th place is going to be Donnie. Trevor Matling is back in the 6th spot. As they barrel themselves down into this core of turns 3 and 4 now. Lance is back here in the 8th spot. That's exactly where he started. Ryan Underwood, he's a driver that advanced out of the Constellation race. Started in dead last. And in just in 18 laps, he's up to 7th place, trying to make it 3 wide under Trevor Matling and Donnie now. Ryan Underwood still on that bottom part of the racetrack, lap 19 of 50. Ryan Underwood, some way, somehow, making this thing work. His dirt late model down on the bottom side. And he has moved up 19 spots in the A main show for Team VLR. He's going to try to park it right smack dab there in front of that driver. Not quite, though. Needed up just a little bit. Bryson Ramsey is going to try to do a slide job and contact Bryson Ramsey. And Cannon, they get into it. Ramsey hangs onto the quarter panel. Now Ramsey taps the outside wall. Doesn't hurt him too much, though. 3 wide race, and Ryan Underwood, he may want to be a little careful here as he tries to work himself up through the pack. He has his own lane down there next to the inside wall. Nobody working that bottom side part of the racetrack. And look at this, just slide job sitting all the way here for the top 5. And Ryan Underwood has now moved up 20 spots for Team VLR. Donnie, he's going to slide to right into the 5th spot. He's going to tag the outside wall. Trevor Matling still 6th. Bryson, he's going to start falling back down. Is this setup going away or does he have damage? He's lost 5 spots in the Mac Daddy show. Bryson started on the outside of the front row, and now Ricky Springer is going to put a little bit of pressure there on his back bumper. They make contact, and there goes Bryson. Hold it straight, kids. And the 73 machine, they all start barreling in, and everybody. The caution is going to wave. Caution's going to wave, and you've seen it here live on Wisconsin_TV. Backstretch, or going into that corner. Bryson gets tagged there in the left rear quarter panel. And then from that point on, it was just chaos. Bryson goes into the pits. He has that front right completely jacked up. That ain't going to work very good. He'll have a quick fix. He'll go out. Back onto the racetrack. Very good run by these top two, though. Dawson having a little bit of internet issues. Admin haven't said much about it, though. Only blinks in and out just a shy bit. Canada's still going to hold down that third spot. 46 machine Ryan Underwood talked a lot about him here already in the A main show. Just halfway point. He's definitely the hard charger. Very clean looking car, too. Trevor Matling, he's moved up 6 spots in the A main show. He's going right in that 5th spot. $12 spots for Ricky Springer. Green flag out. Here we go. Back under action. Inside the cockpit with Ricky Springer, the driver that's moved up 12 spots. Definitely got a little bit of speed there in the 51 machine as he tags the outside wall here at Eldora, trying to rip the lid, and he smashes it once again coming off of turn 2. Trying to follow Donnie around this place. Just slapping the outside wall lap after lap. Caution waves. Drivers out of this race. Looks like it's going to be Alan Davis Jr., James Miller, Austin Hines, Norrie, and then Jonathan Byram is going to be out of this race. So 20th through 24th is going to be done for the night. Hunter Conley's there and is going to tag on to the last part of that field there in the 19th spot. Tyler Schaefer, very good run for him, man. He was getting beat around quite a bit. Ultimately, he's going to be showing the 18th spot there on the scoring grid. As Lance has just fallen. Much appreciated, Lance. Bryson's back to 17th place after battling out for the top 3 for quite a while. Jared 16th. Luke is going to be showing in the 15th spot. Then Bobby Matling is going to be showing 14th. Robert Tucker 13th. Ethan 12th. Lance back then 11th. And Nathan Reese showing in that top 10 spot there in the number 73 car. So kind of a chaos of a night here at Eldora for the National Dirt Racing Association. Lots of cautions there in the heat races. Here in the feature, the dirt late models. A lot of wall slapping out there with these things. That's all I'm going to say about that. Dylan Perry looking strong out front, though. Dawson looking strong there in second. And Ryan Underwood. That kid has all sorts of speed. And here we go, back under green flag. '13 machine of Trevor Mattingly's going to try to follow Mr. Underwood all the way to the front part of the racetrack, and it looks like it's starting to work down there for Trevor Mattingly now. With a 0.4 second lead over the race field, and look at that, all the way next to the outside wall. Dawson and Cannon, they almost tag each other and take each other out. In the gyro mode here around at Eldora Speedway. Cannon gets underneath of Dawson, almost clips that quarter panel. Now Cannon's going to have to switch up his lines. He's going to try to have to figure out that bottom side, but man, we may have a good battle for the lead now. Man, yellow flag out. Cannon hitting that outside wall quite hard. Kind of got to wonder, though. Dylan Perry definitely seen Ryan Underwood down there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Wonder if this number 7 machine of Perry is going to work that bottom side. And he trying to take that bottom side away from Underwood or not with 20 laps to go. Not sure. We got to find out. That's the interesting thing. Longhorn chassis there on that big spoiler for that number 7 car. Cool Ray as well. Thanks to the sponsor up there on the top right of Cotton Service Center. Will the 7 car go down to the bottom? Take away Underwood's line. Underwood has moved up 22 spots, and he's the last car to make it into the A main show. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the 46 next to the outside wall at all in all 30 laps here at Eldora. Dawson started in 3rd place, and he's going to hold the 3rd place spot as of right now. Cannon trying to figure out a way around him. Not quite. Quite haven't figured it out yet. Trevor Madling's still top 5. Running out the top 5 spot. So we get ready to go green flag racing. Single file restart. 20 laps to go. Green flag underway. They diamond cut off at turn 4. Outside shot here at Eldora, side by side as they go down into turn 1 there for that 4th spot. And he's going to slide it right up in front, and he tags the outside wall. And we are swapping for the race lead. Ryan Underwood making that 46 machine still work down on the bottom side. He's going to park it right up in front of Dylan Perry right at the start-finish line. Perry had to hit that brakes or else he was going to clobber that back end of the 46 machine. And now we have a new race leader from the 24th spot to that number 1 spot. Ryan Underwood takes the lead with 17 laps to go. And the caution is going to wave. We did have about 4 cars out of this race at lap 20. Maybe 25. 10 laps later, we may have 2 more cars out of this race with Lance and Trevor Madling. They're both into the pits. So I assume they will come out of the pits. Multiple laps down, though. Lance only 1 lap down. Trevor Madling is being shown 2 laps down. Keep an eye on that, but as of right now, 17 drivers, 17 machines are out there on the racetrack. They're going to take the green flag next time by as they come off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Still got one lap. Under caution. Underwood, I assume he's going to stand on the gas pedal. He's going to diamond cut off at turn 4 and barrel himself down into turn number 1. Dylan Perry, that was a question, though. Will he try to go down to the bottom side and take his line away? And he didn't. He stayed committed up there on the high side. So with roughly 17 laps left, it might be 16 by the time they take the green flag. Just curious, though. Is he going to change up his line, or is he going to still stick to that outside wall, that high and scary side? Very good battle for the 3rd spot as well. Haven't given up on that. Dawson and Cannon. Donnie have Nathan Reese. Nathan, he's moved up 6 spots. Haven't talked much about Mr. Reese there in the 76 or 73 machine. Moved up 10 spots, though. Started back in the 16th spot. He's right now outside of the top 5 by 1 spot. Green flag wave. Stand on the loud pedal, kids. And here we go. Green flag underway. And there it is. Now Dylan Perry's going to switch up his line. He's going to put that dirt late model next to the inside wall. And we have contact here in the back. Yellow flag is going to wave. Someone went spinning. That's going to be Dawson, the 44 machine. The driver that was in 3rd place, he gets spun coming off at turn 2. And he goes spinning down the backstretch. Doss is going to just end it up right into the pits. We should have the replay. We'll watch the replay. See what happens to Dawson. And there it is, quarter speed mode. Speed it up just a slight bit. 27 machine, that's who we're watching. Cannon working that outside part of the racetrack. I don't know if Cannon is off the wall at all the way around that corner. Regardless, clips that corner panel and a little bit of netco, but not really. Regardless, they were going to make contact. Watch the number 40 machine. He clips that wall, and he's on that wall all the way around that corner. 27 machine just kind of ran out of room up there. So back to live mode, back to race mode. Single file restart. Underwood's going to be a race leader. Dylan Perry finally switched up his line with 15 laps to go. Going to be interesting. Still has plenty of speed there in the number 7 car. Best lap time out there on the raceway. In 35 laps is going to be Mr. Ryan Underwood with a 17.105. Back under green flag we go. Ryan Underwood stands on the loud pedal. Cannon, good start there in second place. Dylan Perry going to hold tight. Now Ryan Underwood, he's going to switch up his line, go to the outside wall. Dylan Perry, he's going to stay glued to the inside wall. Coming out of turn 2 now. They drag race down the backstretch. Underwood gets a very good corner entry in turns 3 and 4. Dylan Perry still trying to hold tight there on the back bumper, but here comes Cannon now on the outside wall. He's going to tag the outside wall once again, and he's glued to it. Coming out of turn 2, he's going to slap it down the backstretch. Cannon is smashing that outside wall around these corners. Coming out of turn 4 now. Cannon's going to hold. He's going to grab second place. And the caution is going to wave back out on the racetrack here at Eldora. Driver back there in turns 1 is spun around. That's going to be Tyler Schaefer, it looks like. And it is. 56 machine once again finding himself spun around. Doesn't look like it's too much damage there on the 56 car. Field slows down for about the 12th caution here. 23 minutes and 52 seconds here in the A-Main show. Only ran 38 laps. Good battle up there on the top 5. Donnie's being showed here in the top 5 now. Bob Klein, he's back in 6th. Robert Tucker, 7th place. Bryson's back to 8th after battling hard with the top 3. Bobby Madling, 9th. You have Connor back in the 10th spot. Jared is being showed 11th. Ethan, 12th place. Luke's being showed back in the 13th spot. Hunter, 14th. Lance, 15th. 16th is going to be Tyler Schaefer and Ricky Springer. Whoever decides gets to start in that 15th spot at the tail end part of the race field. 1 lap to go this time by. Single file restart. We started with 24 drivers, and 5 of them are out of this race. Trevor Matley is going to be shown there on the tail end of the race field. New race car though for him. Battling it out. Oh man, his car looks a little crooked actually. Green flag. We're racing. And oh man, they're just taking each other out now. Back here in the back. Green flag still going to wave. Yellow flag's on a wave. Here's a caution. This is what we've seen. Right when we went green flag racing. Just completely gets ran over. I don't think that was it. I think that was the last caution. Here we go. Here's a new one. This is the latest caution. We just seen that 51 to 56 get into it. And that might be a little bit of a payback. We'll wash the hands here. I don't know. Pretty tough to say. Regardless, they collect each other back-to-back cautions now. Back to race mode, back to live mode we go. This time by, we'll be going green flag racing with 11 laps to go here at Eldora. Cannon putting up a very good fight there in second place. Has a pretty quick fast lap too. See if he has anything to say for Underwood. Underwood's car looks completely clean. No damage whatsoever. Ryan Underwood all over the back bumper. No, don't take him out. They're going to hit the outside or the inside wall and an awful restart. Green flag's going to wave. Ryan Underwood's going to take off. The yellow flag's going to wave. And Cannon got the short end of the stick on that one. They did not agree on that restart whatsoever. Cannon tries to take off the 46 machine. Honestly, I don't have their speed. Don't know if he was slowing down or he just was waiting for the green flag. He is the race starter. Cannon gonna get his lap back though. Outside shot here at Eldora Speedway. These dirt late models completely destroy racetracks. So on board with Cannon now. We're going to watch him, see where he lines up at. Right now, Dylan Perry right behind Ryan Underwood, our race leader. So will Cannon grab that second spot? They look like they are, don't agree exactly where. And this could get ugly. Next time by, we're going green flag racing this time by. My apologies, down the backstretch there yet to figure out who deserves that second spot. Cannon to the inside. Dylan Perry says he deserves it. Not going green, not going green. Yellow flag's going to wave. They're going to have to figure this thing out quick. 73 machine Nathan Reese has a best seat in the house. As he just follows these two guys around the track. Nathan Reese, very good race. Once again, kind of a quiet night for this driver. Not talked much about him, but he's moved up 12 spots. He's sitting in possibly fourth place. And Cannon is still down there on the bottom part of the racetrack.
Hang on, we're not going green.
And they're going to throw out the yellow flag once again. Gotta wonder, though, how much fuel do these drivers put into these dirt late models? 50-lap race. We've had all sorts of cautions. We're just shy of 30 minutes in this Mac Daddy show. And they are arguing about the second place. Don't want to work all night long, and then and here we go, green flag racing. Dylan Perry's going to come across the line there in second place. Cannon's going to come across the line there in third. So here we go. Back on a green flag. 10 laps to go. Anyone have anything to say for Mr. Ryan Underwood? Dylan Perry's going to rip the lip, and here comes Nathan Reese down on the bottom side. Nathan Reese trying to work that bottom side part of the racetrack just like our race leader did, all the way up to the front. Last lap times up there on your screen. This time by as they update as they come across the line right here. 17.0 for Ryan Underwood. He just sets a fast lap time on lap number 42. Dylan Perry with a 0.3. Cannon with a 0.5. Same thing with Nathan Reese. So Ryan Underwood, he finds all sorts of speed coming across the line. This time by a 17.3 for the 46 machine. Quick lap time on lap 43 for Ryan Underwood. An outside shot as we work our way back towards the field. Bobby Manley sitting in our 6th spot. Cannon's going to be shown in 7th. Jared moved up 12 spots. He's been shown in 8th place. Good run by the 33 machine as he battles out with Bob Klein. Bryson's back here in 10th spot. Nathan's been shown 11th. Ricky Springer is being shown now 11th. Caution's going to wave. Tyler Schaefer 12th, Luke, Lance, Hunter, and then Jared rounding out the field. 17th on back from Robert Tucker on back. Only 17th through 24th is out of this race. And they're not going to make it all 50 laps with only 6 laps left to go as a caution going to wave once again. See what happened to that last caution. I think we still have one more lap to go. These cautions are getting interesting. See if it was intentional or not. Jared down on the bottom side of the 33 machine. 43 there on his training paint. Oh my goodness. Just hits the brakes and spins out. That's what caused the caution. As Mary just like to stream, much appreciated. Back under green flag, diamond cut off at 4. Dylan Perry still showing there in the 2nd spot. He tries to get to the inside of Ryan Underwood to the quarter panel of Underwood, and Ryan Underwood's going to power off a turn 2 down the backstretch. Caution. 5 laps to go. It is getting ugly out there, folks. As now Schaefer's being shown. No, Schaefer and the 51 machine. They've had quite the history, and once again, they're just going to take each other out. And man, they've caused about 3 or 4 cautions here in the A main show, and I'm quite disappointed in both of these guys. They're just completely ruining it for everybody. We have a good race up there into the top 10, and these two drivers just cannot find themselves to just stay off each other and let's just finish up these 5 laps. Once again, here we go. Check this out in live mode. Back to live mode, back to race mode. Ricky Springer is the other driver that was in that accident.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag out. Here we go. Dylan Perry trying to get to the quarter panel of Ryan Underwood last time by. 4 laps to go. Ryan Underwood looks like he got a little loose here. The apex of turns 1 and 2. Was still able to power out of that corner, though. Dylan Perry trying to put as much pressure as he possibly can. They are on the 46 machine. Will he be able to do it with 3 laps to go now? Question is, do these drivers have enough fuel to make it to the end? I don't know about their fuel situation, but Cannon's going to bounce off the wall once again. They barrel down into turn 3. Cannon wall riding around turns 3 and 4 now. Nathan Reese still holding back 4th spot. He's moved up 12 spots in the A-main show. Got a little bit of right side damage there in that quarter panel. Back up front, Ryan Underwood still leading this thing, a 17.2 last lap time. Dylan Perry, the driver that's in second place, a 17.4. And coming across the line is going to be 2 laps to go this time by. My apologies, 36 minutes and 44 seconds into the A-main show. Top 5, Bobby Matling. Kind of a roller coaster night for this driver, but going to try to cap it off with a very good finish. And Bryson, he's up to the 7th spot now, trying to work the inside of Connor. They're going to squeeze him up to the outside wall. A little bit of contact, white flag waves. They're going to beat him, bang, swap, paint some more, and here comes the 7 machine. Those 2 drivers going to get collected, and that's going to end their night. Right in front of the race field, so back up front, Ryan Underwood. He's going to take the checker flag. Dylan Perry's going to finish in 2nd. Cannon going to finish in 3rd. Nathan Reese 4th, and Bobby Matling. After that chaos of an A-main, he's going to finish there in that 5th spot. And the checkered flag finally waves for a 50-lap main event. So we jump into the Discord channel. We'll see if any of these drivers want to do an interview or not. Final race results will be up there on your screen. And there it is. Nathan Reese 4th, Bobby Matling 5th. Donnie's going to be finishing in that 6th spot. Then Bob Klein going 7th. Ethan 8th. Ricky Springer's going to finish in 9th. And Lance is going to round out the top 10 spot. A lot of drivers did not make it to the very end. I think 16th on back, maybe 17th on back did not make it all the way to the checkered flag. So here we go. The driver that finished in the 3rd spot is going to be Cannon. And Cannon, dude, that was a kind of a wild night out there, man.
Yes, sir. I was wheeling and dealing. I was trying to just keep my nose clean. That restart there towards the end, I misjudged how fast Ryan was going. I ran up on him, and then he didn't like that, so he brake checked me and then stuffed me in the wall. But it's all good. Everything turned out pretty good, I would say, especially for starting deeper than I would like to. I got to thank Dependable Security Systems, Diet Water, Rick Worley Collision and Towing, all my friends in TeamSpeak. We built the setup today. Love those guys.
Very cool, man. Hey, well, congratulations there on that finishing there in the third spot, man. Over 40 drivers airing in tonight for the National Dirt Racing Association. Got a lot of yellows out there, a lot of wrecks, but at the end of the day, man, hey, we'll finish in the 3rd spot, man. So congratulations. And any more shout outs that you would like to give?
Yes, sir. Milestone Paint and Body. I think that's going to be pretty much everybody.
Very cool, man. Hopefully we'll get to see you next Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, brother. Canada's going to finish there in that 3rd spot. The driver that's going to finish in 2nd place is going to be Dylan Perry. And Perry, man, you led a lot of these laps. And then kind of about the halfway point, Ryan Underwood was able to get around you there on the bottom side. Question is, did you see him there on the bottom side, or or did you just not really like it, or did your car feel better up there on the high side?
I knew he was rolling on the bottom, but I kind of went into that race with not enough gear to run down there, so I was just trying to survive running where I was running at, and it just didn't work out, which that's just kind of part of it.
Absolutely, it is, man. Kind of a wild night, man. The heat races. I don't think we finished 10 laps in either of those three heat races. Here in the A main show, there was a lot of cautions, dude. So what's the trick of just staying out of the mess?
Um, well, with how this league's set up, mainly if you get a good pill draw, that helps put you a little bit farther up front. And once you get up there, there's a little more give and take from what I feel like. Once you get inside that top five, you can run next to somebody and not have to worry about as much. But it's just all the luck of the draw. Sometimes you get lucky, and some nights just aren't your night, and you get involved in all of them.
Well, man, congratulations. Over 40 drivers entered into this race, and you was able to lead lots of laps during the A-main show. And at the end of the night, man, you finished second place. So that's something to be proud about. You got any sponsors or shout-outs that you'd like to thank?
I want to give a shout out to Andy over at Cool Ray, all the guys that over at CBR that have been just helping me get prepared each week, and just everybody that's helped me along the way.
Very cool,
And
man.
hopefully me and Ryan can put on some more shows before the end of the year.
Yeah, that was absolutely fun to watch. So, man, Dylan Perry, appreciate the race, man. That was fun to watch, and hopefully we get to see you next Sunday.
Hopefully I'll be able to actually hold Ryan off next Sunday, but we'll see how it goes.
Thanks, man. Dylan
Thank
Perry going to finish there in that second spot. And the driver that's going to end up with the checkered flag is going to be Ryan Underwood. And Ryan, man, kind of a roller coaster night for you. Did not have a good heat race. So I think you got wrecked. You had to go through the Constellation. You was the last driver to make it into the A main show. Started 24th place, and then you found yourself in the lead on about the halfway point.
Yeah. Eldora, once it gets to a certain point, of it being slicked off, it will go to the bottom. I knew that with these low horsepower late models, you really just got to be able to carry that momentum on the bottom. And I set it up to be a little tight on entry so it wouldn't try to tail out. And I knew if I could keep it from tailing out on entry, I could carry that momentum really well on the bottom as long as I'd hit my marks, and it would be really fast.
And starting deep in the field like that, I know Eldora is a classic. You know, you want to ride around the cushion. Does that help you out, or does that go through your mindset whenever you set up your car, knowing that you're going to be starting there in 24th place, that you may need to be running on the bottom side?
Yeah, I set it up for a bottom. I knew there was going to be, well, everybody knows Eldora is mostly top dominant, so I knew a whole lot of people were going to be up there, and it was going to get slicker and slicker as the night went on. So I was just praying to God that it'd get slick enough where the bottom would be faster, and it did. And we were just able to roll around everybody. And if I'd catch up to a pack, it'd be hard because I wouldn't be able to carry the momentum like to go all the way up on the straightaway up against the wall and come back down. So if I was side by side, it was really hard to get around them.
Well, man, that was a lot of fun watching you start there in dead last and making your way all the way up to that top spot and ultimately capturing the checkered flag. So, man, congratulations. You got any shout outs or any friends, family, sponsors that you'd like to thank?
You for putting on the broadcast, everybody for putting on this league, everybody at Team VLR, CI Performance, CFM Esports, Majority Setup Shop, Chad Brittany over there at Mecca Motorsports and Northside Graphics and Designs, all they do for me. Scout Race for Apps, Beehive Media, go check them out for anything to do about racing and everybody on the car.
Very cool, man. Congratulations once again, and hopefully we get to see you race these things next Sunday.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Ryan Underwood finishing there in that top spot at the end of the night. And, man, kind of a crazy night here for the National Dirt Racing Association. I would assume there would be some penalties being thrown out at the end of this thing. I don't know, though. I have no control. I'm just a broadcaster. I just say a bunch of words and watch these things go around in a circle the best I possibly can and try to describe it. So thank you all for tuning in here to WhiskeyOval_TV. Lots of action to unfold at the end of this for the race admins, and hopefully they can settle some stuff out by next Sunday. But, man, absolutely love this league, though. First three, the last four races. Sorry, the first four races. Absolutely an awesome show. Absolutely awesome. So, I don't know. They'll fix it. They'll figure it out. We'll go racing once again. But afternoon dirt, late model racing, all these races are in the daytime too. A little bit of the track gets broken in a little bit different in the daytime is what I'm told. I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. It sure did look like here today, that bottom side, definitely the fast way around for Ryan Underwood. Over 40 drivers, though. Lots of drivers entering into these Sunday afternoon dirt late models. But everyone, that's going to be it. This is going to be my sign off. Thank you all for the likes and shares and comments here on WhiskeyOval_TV, live here on Facebook, YouTube. I got my Twitch up and going. I don't even think I have a profile picture on my Twitch. I'm just trying it out real quick. But I am live on Twitch if you guys would rather watch it there. YouTube, you can pull up that 75-inch TV that is there in your living room with that surround sound speaker system that you guys all have hooked up. You can watch WhiskeyOval_TV. They're on that TV as well. At the end of the night, man, this was still fun. Still really fun to watch. Some really good racing. Till next time, we got another broadcast with the Nodak Outlaw Sim League. Racing at 9 o'clock Eastern. 410 sprint cars, that's always a barn burner. That's always fun to watch. That's a pretty solid league over there at the Nodak Outlaw Sim League. But NDRA, National Dirt Racing Association, you guys can find them on Facebook. Shoot them a message, tell them Whiskey Oval sent you, and get signed up for some dirt late model action. Until then, I'm WhiskeyOval_TV. We'll be back live here at 9 o'clock Eastern. Make sure you guys tune in for some 410 sprint car action. Everyone, please stay safe. Enjoy some iRacing. Be a nice person. Talk to you guys later.